He doesn't look very happy, does he? Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh look, blue skies. Blue skies and sunshine guaranteed. Okay. I've showed you a few clips, I think. Honey's chewing a bone. Of course she is. Well, I'm really late, aren't I? I tell you what I'm going to do today. I'm going to go back and read all and reply to the last few days' messages that I haven't looked at. Thank you for replying to some of my questions. So I'm going to come back to you on that. I'm also going to be starting to sort out my craft room. So, oh, isn't it funny? You come on camera and then you're kind of like, well, I'm totally clueless with my words, honestly, because I'm focusing on the dogs. Right, I have made some more bread. I have made a gluten-free loaf today. That's in the bread maker for Han. I'm going to make her gluten-free chocolate cake this afternoon because her university is now closed. So she's going to be studying from home for the next, well, it'll actually be the next 6 weeks because, of course, they break up for Easter in 2 weeks anyway. But yeah, I think actually, if I put a clip, I'll probably put a clip of her at the end for this discussion we had. Oh, he's down. Oh goodness, get your head together, woman. I'll come back when I've got more words. Well, Mum, because when you get the camera on, then I like to make a bit of noise chewing my antler, because then people know that I'm here. Okay. Oh, it's quite a tasty one, this, because I think it was rotten in the garden for a while, so I think it's got even more taste now. So this is the loaf I made yesterday, which when I opened the bread maker, my heart sunk a bit because obviously it's really sunk at the top, probably because of the spelt flour I use, no, the buckwheat flour, but it is actually divine. It is wonderful. So really happy with that. We had some of our salad last night and I'm just about to have a piece toasted for my breakfast. Right, so I've had a look through my craft room and I have dug out all the half square triangles that I made before I started the second quilt, and this was I was making from just oddments plus a jelly roll, some charm packs that I bought. So I'm obviously not buying any more, so I'm going to make do with what I've got. These need to be pressed and trimmed. So I thought, what better way to spend a bit of my day than to getting these sorted and laying it out and see where I'm at with this. I can't continue with the house, the applique piece, because we're only doing it a block at a time and I only have the instructions for that one block, which I've done now, so that's gone on the back burner. So I do have another quilt kit that I could start, but I figured that I'm better off working on this for the moment. Thank you, particularly Dorita, putting your teacher's head on, and Karen saying that I shouldn't use steam when I press my pieces because it stretches the fabric. Who knew? So thank you, that's brilliant. I will now set up my iron, not on steam. I'm listening to some good old 80s disco music. The sky is blue. I've got my tea tree burner on, which I love. And yeah, it's all pretty good. sure who came up with this recipe. Apple, pear, cucumber and kale. But it really is rather disgusting. Still, not much more to go. Hen! Good boy. Going on a different walk today. Haven't been down here before. So obviously we've got new house build on the right, and we've got the main dual carriageway on the left, so I just need to keep half an eye out. Look at that blue sky. Glorious. Okay, sorry, just had to go and track down Henry there. Now there's another man walking up there, so I can't go too close. I can't talk. But look at that gorse. Isn't it amazing? So I think we used to cycle down here when we lived in Eastbourne, but they've now built this big sort of industrial estate up here on the right. But it's still a pretty good walk, and do you know what the best thing is? No mud, no puddles, and all this gorgeous colour. Look at that. Hallelujah. There you are. There's a rather spectacularly glorious view of some of the South Downs. Looking fine. And there's a glorious view of Henry eating grass. I just sat on this bench for a moment just to pause and give thanks for this. I'm squinting a bit. I just felt compelled to come and say, oh look, I mean, I was a little bit uptight before he came out. I made the mistake of looking at the news and reading lots of articles. And you know, however pragmatic you are, it is difficult not to be affected by all the sensational headlines and things. Look at that squint. Sorry. But you just have to come out here. Oh, hang on. So Henry's on the lead at the moment. I'll explain why in a sec. Oh, there's a train. Is it a train? Because, you know, nobody's ever seen a train before. Oh, I don't know. Might have to cut that bit out. Anyway. And you think, do you know what? God is in his heaven. It's my gift to you today. It's the blue sky. Oh. There's actually someone walking up there, so I better not film anymore. And yeah, Henry did actually find a ditch, and now he's eating more grass. I called him over to the left of the path to avoid a cyclist. Unfortunately, that was where the ditches were, so in he went. I fear he may be a little bit pong-whiffy. Oh, gosh. Okay, so I'm also planning to make Hannah a chocolate cake, which is this amazing gluten-free recipe I've had for many, many years. But I do need 3 cups of flour, and I'm not entirely sure whether I'm going to have enough. So I'm going to put the flour in first. This is very sensible for me. If I don't have enough, then I'll just make half quantities. So you can see we're over this side of the kitchen. Whereas, careful, the bread making station is over that end of the kitchen. I do like to mix it up a bit. Right, signing off for today. But before I go, I just wanted to show you. I can come down. That is the chocolate cake, which was a big success and has already had a quarter of it eaten. It's really tasty. I do love that recipe. So we've had dinner. We had salad lyonnaise tonight, which is basically salad with poached egg, croutons and bacon. And sorry, to my hair then. I'm going to wish you a very good night, and I will see you all tomorrow.
Don't film me with my leg out. It's scandalous.
It's the socks. I mean, really? Long white socks?
What?
So what are you doing, Han?
I'm WhatsApping people.
Because? Why's your phone been
I'm
pinging?
social isolating, so WhatsApp is the only thing I can do. But all teaching has been cancelled, so...
So, university basically shut.
It's like homeschooling all over again.
Isn't it super useful that your mum happens to have a degree in one of the subjects you're studying?
Yeah, except for the fact that if I rely just on you for my whole university degree, it'll be macro, 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 no philosophy, no philosophy! Macro, 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 no philosophy, get rid of philosophy! Macro, macro, macro.
Okay.
Ooh, I think I scared the dog.
I think you scared the dog. Honey's going to come running
No,
in.
it's
Oh no, it's
Henry.
Henry. So we should just explain to the peeps that my degree is in economics, and my favourite part of economics was macroeconomics. Hannah's favourite part of economics is microeconomics. So we have a little bit of a difference of opinion. And philosophy, well, I'm not even going to talk about philosophy.
See? You can't even say it!
It does my head in.